few minutes.
Just grab all of your valuables and head for the woods.
What?
Grab all your valuables and head for the woods. It's always fire with that powder.
Yeah. Just to make it kaboom.
Castillo de San Marcos never fell in battle, but the place where we're standing was almost always overrun. And all except once the town was destroyed every time there was a siege.
Keep the fire from the sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Carlos Menendez, and one of my ancestors, also named Carlos Menendez, Don Carlos Menendez, was one of the founders of this city. He was second cousin to Don Pedro Menendez de Avila. And 447 years ago, last month, they came here and founded St. Augustine out in that field. They formed their city council, named the town, took oaths of government, and St. Augustine has existed as St. Augustine every day ever since. And the town's moved a couple of times. Those 8 shapes out on that field designate the original 8 Spanish buildings that were built by the Spanish between September 8, 1565 and May 18, 1566. They are directly over the original remains that are anywhere from 1 to 2 feet underground, covered in plastic and then earth. It's the only way to preserve them. Archaeologists from the University of Florida have been mapping out the first settlement for the last 30 years. The boathouse that has been built over here to recreate a 16th century vessel that was constructed here called the Aguila is built the same way that the rectangle-shaped structures would have been built, except that they would have had wooden or thatched walls, depending on their size. The round shapes designate structures that look like the structures in the Indian village, all recreated. The cannon we're about to fire is a replica of a type of cannon that was used here 447 years ago. This was not the only type of gun that was here. There were several types. These smaller cannons were meant to protect the really big guns. The big guns would fire a 24-pound cannonball at 15 degrees elevation from zero. From here to the drawbridge, with a muzzle velocity faster than the speed of sound. The cannonball would still be traveling almost 300 miles an hour when it reached the drawbridge. Very powerful gun, but you had to hit what you were aiming at, and they were very slow to load and fire. These smaller guns could be loaded and fired twice a minute because the barrel comes in two sections. The breech mag can be loaded with gunpowder. Because it removes from the back of the muzzle tube, one breech mag can be fired while the other breech mag is being loaded, which is impossible to do with a muzzle-loaded cannon. It's what gave this gun a high rate of fire. These guns were used to fire grape shot. That's like making the cannon into a large shotgun at incoming enemy infantry. Now today I'm only going to be firing gunpowder, but if we were firing a cannonball, this cannon has a range at 15 degrees elevation of about 2,150 feet. This would be able to clear the edge of the marsh to the river or shoot about halfway to the drawbridge. The distance from here to the old inlet entrance is 3/4 of a mile, so out of the range of this gun, but well within the range of the large gun. I'm going to yell fuego before I ignite the cannon. Give you plenty of time to grit your teeth. This isn't going to be loud enough to ring your ears. Of course, you're going to see me put on hearing protection. This is because we're doing this 5 times a day. Plus, I'm only a few feet from the gun.
Which one?
The good one. Which is you good.
We're lighting the cannon with the bota fuego. This cord that you saw me light with the magnifying glass, it's been soaked in a solution of water and nitrate. The modern name of nitrate is potassium nitrate. It allows the cord to burn without going out. It provides a ready source of heat, as you'll soon see, hot enough to ignite the gunpowder without the danger of an open flame. Always look to that beach over there to see if anyone starts running around.
Right?
It's an ongoing battle.
Awesome. Glad you showed up. Awesome.
Please enjoy the rest of your stay.
Thank you very much.
Very kind considering I didn't hit anything. If you have any questions about the first Solomon sights or the artillery, please feel free to stay and ask. Enjoy the rest of your stay.